Real talk. All right. I know I took very long time off, which is not the best idea, especially right as I'm just starting to gain even like the tiniest bit of momentum, right? Not a big channel at all, but was just starting to get like slightly more views. Like it still was not very many views at all, but for what I was seeing at the beginning, it was starting to grow just like a little bit, right? So probably not the greatest time to go ahead and decide, all right, we're done, it's over. But we're going to get into that today. And this is going to be like significantly different than the type of shit that I normally would post on here, but I'm trying to mix it up a bit. Since the first like Yap Sesh that I posted, I'd wanted to have a wider variety than just putting that out, but I didn't really know like what to put out, and I still honestly don't. But so this is really just like an experiment, do a few like more serious kind of talking shit, see how I feel about that, and then probably eventually want to throw some story times up. I think that'd be cool. I don't know, we'll see what else, but I've wanted to expand what was like present on the channel for a long time. Anyways, why I was not posting at all for, I think it's been like 2 or 3 months, low key hella long. So when I first started posting, I had a foot injury, so I wasn't really doing much activity. I was kind of just chilling at home all the time, all day, besides from work, obviously. So less gym, less training, all that kind of shit. Then I started training again, and I was like, damn, I really have way less time. And while I'm sure I would have had time to come on here and talk about some random shit for 2 to 4 minutes, it felt very overwhelming to have everything all at once be so much more busy than I have been used to for the last, I think probably like month and a half when I was injured, maybe 2 months, right? So that was kind of a lot all at once. So a decrease in free time, increase in stress, throw some laziness in there. I was definitely being kind of lazy. Like at the end of the day, that's usually gonna be the number one reason I feel like that anybody in general will start to fall off of something. Like I said, like, yeah, I was busy and stuff, but I really, like, when you think about it, it takes all the videos I have up, or I think 6 minutes is the longest thing I've ever posted on YouTube. So there's no way I didn't have 6 minutes a day where I would have been able to sit here and literally just talk. And I don't edit that shit very much. Maybe, big maybe, this will be edited a little more, but for the Yap Sessions, I've always like also wanted them to just be pretty raw and not really cut up, anything like that. Excuse me, damn. So I really just would chop off the very beginning, chop off the very end where it's like some dead space where I'm kind of just sitting there like this. Other than that, just roll through the whole thing. So it doesn't take long. Like the whole process can't even take 10 minutes. 10 minutes absolute tops. So bottom line, I would have had 10 minutes a day. I just apparently was too lazy, wasn't dedicated enough in the moment. So back to the point I was saying before, like, I really think that most of the time, now are there exceptions to this? 100%. Like sometimes you really have some like absolutely crazy shit going on, limiting you from doing what you want to do and what you need to do to like get to the next level in your life, whatever that is. Like, you know what I mean? Whether that's going after what you care about, what you're passionate about, or maybe you're trying to like fix up your health, you're trying to be more healthy, maybe you're trying to get in better shape, all those kinds of things. Or maybe you're like going to school. Sometimes shit is going to get in the way, but I feel like 90, maybe even more than that, but probably like 90% of the time, it's really just up to you, and it's the mental aspect that's really going to get you. Like, yeah, do other things get in the way and make it harder? Yes, 100%. But I really think the final biggest factor is always just going to be you and what's going on in your head, and pushing through those negative things like the laziness, if you're tired, if you're mad, if you're, right, all those kind of things. You have to want it enough to just fucking do it, right? Clearly, I wasn't overcoming that laziness and stuff that I had. Then, went on vacation for like 8 days. It was like a cool little family vacation. Came back. After that vacation, I was like, I'm feeling pretty inspired. I'm feeling pretty hyped up. Like, I really want to get back after the post and the videos and stuff. Came back. I think I put up like 1 or 2 TikToks. I don't even know if I put them on YouTube. And then I think after that, it was just dead again for a while. Got super lazy, unmotivated, wasn't taking the steps that I needed to make this shit happen. And yeah, then after I think like 4 or 5 weeks later of not doing anything, went on another trip. And, you know, is it still possible to do shit while you're on, well, would I have been able to on a trip? Yes, but did I want to? No. Again, you know, that's where the difference is like, I just really didn't want to bad enough. Then I got back, and then I think a few weeks passed, probably like 3 weeks, probably around 3 weeks passed since I got back from that last trip. Now I'm finally starting to get some more momentum. I've been posting on TikTok again, and I actually, before I would just record the same video and put it on YouTube and TikTok. Now I'm recording shit separately, so there might be less often uploads on YouTube, because before I was doing like every day. That might not happen as much because I'm doing shorter stuff for TikTok and then like mid-length more for like YouTube. If that makes sense, like it's still short, but a little bit like the videos I'm doing are shorter because they're made for TikTok, and I'm trying to tailor it more specifically to that. But it would be like really short compared to the app sessions I was putting up before. So to me, it's just like, okay, I feel like I got to separate the two. So we'll see kind of what that looks like as I get back to posting them. Anyways, present day, we're here trying to make this shit happen. We're just trying to get after it, right? Like, I'm trying to not let my laziness get in my way. I'm trying to not let myself be like, oh, I'm tired, like, I'll just skip today. Because those are going to add up, right? Every time that I'm like, oh, I'm tired, or I just don't feel like it today, or I'm sad, or I'm mad. Whatever it is, it's going to set you back. Even if it's just 1 day a week, or even 1 day a month. 1 day a month is 12 days a year, and that still doesn't sound like a lot, but like it just adds up over time. So just trying to, just trying to really like get rid of those times where me or whoever may be watching this is like, nah, I just don't feel like it today. You always have to do it. If you really want what you're currently doing to like make a difference in your life, you have to do it. You have to show up every day. Even if you show up and it's not as good as it normally is, something is always going to be better than nothing. Like, think about like, okay, let's say for school, for example, you're thinking about not going to class, then you don't get any of the information. But if you're super lazy and like super depressed that week and you still show up to class, even if you don't even attain or retain half the information, that's still half the information that you weren't going to get if you didn't show up at all that you're remembering now. So it's always going to be better than nothing. Or like, if you're tired as fuck, you had a long ass day, you're literally falling asleep, going to the gym even for like 20 minutes is better than going to the gym for 0 minutes. You know what I mean? It's even the small amounts is gonna make some sort of a difference. So That's what we're trying to do out here. That's what I think everybody really should be doing, is really trying to push through. Again, are there crazy fucking circumstances that sometimes just completely get in the way of you doing what you really want to do? Yes, absolutely. But you just have to be honest with yourself. Like, keep yourself very accountable. Like, can you really not do it, or do you not want to do it? And that's like really the first step, I feel like, is identifying, like, most of the time you can do it. You just don't want to in that moment. So yeah, this was a very new style of content for the channel, but I'd hope that I fuck with it. I fucked with it so far. I hope that I can continue to do this style of content as well. Probably primarily stick into the yap sessions, or for now at least. Again, I'm trying to continue to mix it up and see what really works for me and what I really enjoy. But as of now, we got the yap sessions, and then this, thinking about calling it like real talk. Primarily going to be yap sessions, but I definitely do want to sprinkle these in there every now and then, and just have more kind of like serious topics. It's still really the same thing as a yap sesh, just more serious and longer form, right? Where I'm sitting here talking for longer than just giggling around for 5 minutes. But yeah, want to get back to it, try to make this shit happen. We trying to get it out the motherfucking mud now, boy. So yeah, I don't think I really got anything else to say. This was an experimental thing, but you're going to be seeing more of me now.